And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Oh no, this does not look good. Just eases him off the ball, and across it goes. Mateus, he's having a go!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
That's been cut out, well played. That's a lovely, neat pass. That looks a cracking ball. Good read, needed to be. And he's gone looking for safety. That's a sharp pass. And it's Van Basten. Looking to play him in. Well, we all know who created the concept of total football, but is it fair to say, Jim, that no one embodied it better on the pitch than this man, Ruud Gullit?
That is true, definitely. He has the pace, the power, the technique to play anywhere across the front line, but he also has the intelligence, the vision to play in a more withdrawn playmaking role.
Van Basten! Now it's Rui Costa. Deep cross. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Rui Costa. Kaká. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. And he's been shifted off it. DiMarco. There's the header! Goal! Milan! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
So far, so good, Peter, but they need to start thinking of the next one now, take this momentum and force the issue even more. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Look at the space here. Oh, good ball. Kaká can see things, others simply cannot. And this is Ibrahimovic. Decent chance! Oh, what has happened here? Cross is blocked, and that's a corner.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And now a sudden chance to counter. It's Rui Costa. Rijkaard does well to get it back. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Pull it. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he decides to cross it. Kaká, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Now that's well seen too. Davids. Kaká. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, good taken, and Shevchenko! And he has kicked it out somehow.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
Milan have the chance to go the other way. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. Shevchenko. Maldini. He's being urged to shoot. Ambitious ball here. Rui Costa unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Van Basten. DiMarco has it in a wide position. Pullet driving forwards.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
It's a throw-in.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
And they win it back again. And it's half-time here. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Milan can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Attenzione, un cambio.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Milan definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Can he get on the end of this? Shoots! He's scored! 2 up now, and they are cruising. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Vieri. Maldini attempts a clearance. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Probing pass. Maldini calmly anticipates. Now it's Hullet. And here's Shevchenko. Shevchenko. Vieri gets into some space. Terrific header! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Shevchenko certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
DiMarco under intense pressure.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
And that is as far as they're going to go. And he's had it nicked away. Played into space. Rijkaard cuts it out. Almost an hour gone. Now it's Van Basten. Davids. Now, can they get him away? Great ball, and he's in here. Shot at goal! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. And one more try! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And he is just ripping it up. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Milan needed that, they really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. And that's off target.
Bullet has totally shown his greedy streak, and the boss is not happy, I can tell you.
Rui Costa will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Can he get it through? And this is Vieri. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now it's Kaká. This might... Big chance! Cannavaro tries to clear. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 22.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. And it's Hullet. Now it's Totti. He's through here. Oh, super ball. Kaká! He scores! And that for him is goal number 10. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was...
Big chance! One-up shapes to shoot! It's in! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Cannavaro promptly onto that, and that is that. And this is Ibrahimovic. That's a good ball. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, it looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
Well, it's never nice to see something like that, is it? But that's what it says in the letter of the law. He's got to go.
He'll fancy himself from here.
Well, he knows he has the ability to put this exactly where he wants. He'll always back himself.
That's really well manoeuvred.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Now it's Rui Costa. Davids.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
It could be in here. Now that is a hefty challenge. Bonucci gets it clear. There's the crossfield ball. There's a sharp little ball here. Vieri is onto this. And he's taking no chances there. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
It's loose here, and they'll want to reclaim it. That's that, the end. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. Your reflections then, Jim?
Milan really deserve a lot of credit for what I'm sure would be a real confidence-boosting win. Such a huge game being played. There were so many factors that would have gotten the doubters going, but I guess they'll all go a little quiet now.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Signore e signori, preparate i biglietti. È ora di annunciare i vincitori dell'estrazione di oggi.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, as you can see, we've already started here.
I think the wide players will be very important here, Peter. A lot is going to be asked of them.
Yeah, they've got a fair bit of work to get through.
Yeah, because they're going to have to cover the flanks on their own. They need to push up and establish some menace, some control, press from the front and act like auxiliary wingers, if you will, while also doing a fair bit of defending. And what's more, they're often expected to be the main supply routes in the side.
Cannavaro gets a foot in here, threads one in. Gagliardini. And here's Ibrahimovic. Goes for a shot! Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
England break through nice and early, just as they wanted it. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. England leading here thanks to that early goal, and the score is 1-0. He's had it taken off him. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. It's Ibrahimovic! Ibrahimovic! It could only be him! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
England are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
That ball looks a good one. He's shifting through the gap. Bullet! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And it's Zanetti. Shot at goal! That is delicious! He's got himself an absolute peach. And he is away! The launch of a brand new hero. It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming.
And Hullet! Ruud Hullet! Beyond special! What a player! A finish of true class. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Veron. Veron's cross. Oh, that's a fine interception. Has a look and place it forward. Good ball, good take. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Gagliardini. Veron. Hullet. Ibrahimovic has his eye on that match ball.
Well, I think he's got a great chance of ending up with a match ball, provided he doesn't get too carried away with his own personal target now. As long as he keeps working for his team, he should be fine.
And this is Ibrahimovic. And they've got a throw. Maldini. Nicely aimed pass. Oh, that's fabulous. Hangs in across. Good read, needed to be. Gagliardini. And here's Van Basten. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Look at the Van Basten! England have their second corner now. chance, surely! Brought out the best in the keeper.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Corner number 3 coming up. And he's there to belt it away. And it's Ibrahimovic. Verona are looking to go forward now. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Zanetti goes on a run down the left wing. Well, now here's a good bat. Decent chance! And he's missed it.
He'll be irritated with that, Peter. He really did spring into life as he made his run.
Gagliardini. Bernard out to the right. And it's Lirola. Veron is the team's great visionary.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Bernard. Lirola. Driving forward. And he plays one through. And he shoots! And how good was that? Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Irrepressible, imperious, that's what makes him what he is!
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
And that means... And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, what a half they've had, cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
England pretty much out of sight here. It really has been a one-sided game so far. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Gagliardini. Hullet. Mateus, the man synonymous with solidity. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Aimed beyond the defence. Bernard. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Distributed tidily. Lirola could try cutting inside here. Gagliardini. He's gone for goal! Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save.
Well, if they hope to have any chance of turning this round, they have to abandon their shoot-on-sight policy. It's just not working.
England have the chance to go the other way. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Van Basten. And this is Ibrahimovic. Bernard gets a good foot in there. Veron under intense pressure.
Well, the quicker you cut out the service...
It's Van Basten! It's bounced back off the post. Gagliardini. Tries to pass it through. Rijkaard does well to get it back. And it's Ibrahimovic. And this is Van Basten. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Up he goes! Yes! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
And now he has two. That passes. He's having a shot! Keeper always had the measure of that.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Van Basten. Veron. Looking for options for movement. Oh, good taking of Ibrahimovic! Oh, there was plenty on that. Gagliardini. Lirola. That's a good ball out wide. Bernard. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Lirola. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Takes a shot! Really well taken goal. Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Verona grab a goal, but it's hard to see it as anything much more than a consolation. It's not an especially good pass, that. Pullet could move up a gear here. Pullet. An instinctive delivery. Cleared without hesitation. Gagliardini. Passing is crisp and sharp. That has been slung wide. And he's managed to get free. 75 minutes played. And the ball is out of play. Verona are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Goes down, but nothing given. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Played into space out wide. Just eases him off the ball. Pullet. Oh, can he get onto this? Veron.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
It's Van Basten! Oh, terrific save.
England certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Has a shot! Oh, impressive strike.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Oh, no circumventing this opponent. Hullet! Rude Hullet! That is just a piece of art! A finish right from the top draw! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Bernard.
4 minuti di recupero.
4 extra minutes added on. Now it's Van Basten. Now it's Maldini. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And he's quick to snatch it back. Plays a sharp little ball here. It's Ibrahimovic! He's beaten the keeper, and another try! Close, but time for no more. The whistle has gone. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered through. So here we are, a new chapter begins, new heroes will arise, new legends will be written. It is time to turn the page. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We have already started here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. That's an imaginative pass. Well, that looks a good ball through. Strokes it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Goes for a shot! Goal! Celtic! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. He has found the way through. And he was alert to it.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Little doubt, that is a foul. Jimenez has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm.
Yeah, and the whole stadium knew that was coming, apart from him, it seems.
That has ended up in no man's land. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Looking for the run. It's played through for him. Big chance! It's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too.
Mbappe! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Chips it through. Bullish header! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Rice gathers from the goal kick. Jimenez. And a chance! And for a moment, time stood still.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Great vision.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And it's Rice. Aimed beyond the defence. Looking for a runner. Pass somewhat off target. Mateus. Now it's Zico. He's had it taken off him.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Haaland was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with...
And the shot! And it's come back out to him. Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead. And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against England.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So that's got things underway. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm.
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Now it's Rivaldo. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Ibrahimovic looking to penetrate opposition lines.
Modern football is full of power, pace and physicality, but there's a player out there who's managed to avoid the helter-skelter and play a game of purity.
The peerless Pirlo.
Yeah, he coined the phrase regista, and he rules.
Conte. That's Fitz. And here's Mbappe. And it's Pirlo. Tries to play it through. Played into space. Now that's well seen too. Pirlo. Knocks it into space. Steaming on goalwards. Lam. Now, can they get him away?
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Fair to say, I think a cautious start from both teams. Alexander-Arnold. Scholes. And it's Luis Suarez. Nicely worked. And that is expertly dealt with. Alexander-Arnold.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Conte. Pirlo. Makalele cuts out the pass. Fitz. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Mbappe! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Japan with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, good. And a chance! Goal! Japan! Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
And the pass is intercepted.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Stood up well to him there. Albert Ferrer did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, that pass isn't the best. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Oh, he's found support out wide. He rises! Oh, crossbar! Scholes is the team's great visionary.
England really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Conte. And it's Pirlo. Threads one in. That's been cut out, well played. Bastoni. Vitz. Now it's Mbappe. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. He's being urged to shoot. Vitz. Now it's Mbappe. Well timed, excellent interception. And here's Suarez. Oh, important interception. Scholes.
England truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
And Alexander-Arnold. Strong running down that left flank. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Scholes. Played back.
He had nobody else to help out there.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. And here's Mbappe. Out to the left it goes. Wirtz gets flagged offside. Alexander-Arnold. That is Conte. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Looks like he's been given offside again here. Yes, he has. Conte. Pirlo. Wirtz.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Oh, that's a key interception. Makaleli plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Pass somewhat off target. There's the whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And the second half gets underway.
England can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Can he get it through? Always onto this. Scholes driving through the middle. Some resolute defending there. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And this is Scholes. Mbappe. Scholes. And he welcomes it in. Real chance! And this is Rivaldo. Caught offside that time. And that has left him in a heap. Pirlo. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Big chance! Pirlo. Conte. Rivaldo. Now it's Wirtz. It's a pretty loose pass. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Good ball, good take. Delivers chance! It's in! They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
England grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
It's a mighty effort! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
Kaka. Looking for the run. Pirlo. Now it's Rivaldo. The less said about that pass, the better. Ibrahimovic looks to get on the end of this. Makaleli looking for a runner. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Wits, and he's managed to get free. Kaka, the specialist in tearing teams apart. England have reclaimed it. Aimed beyond the defence. Chance, surely! Oh, it's hit the post. He's having a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And here's Suarez. Ibrahimovic. Header! Goal, England! And the comeback is complete. It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Well, all I can say is that he did very well to squeeze it in near post. He didn't have much to aim at.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
In towards the backs. Oh, smashing header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. That is ended up in no man's land. Roberto Carlos, ambitious ball here, floated through.
England clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Lovely pass, but can he get there? It scores! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Wirtz! And he's following up! Now, who's going to be first to this?
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Decent chance! And it's come back out to him. It's in! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
And it's Rivaldo. Pirlo. Mbappe is onto this. Ferdinand does well to get it back. Can he get on the end of this? It's been slipped through. And this is Luis Suarez. Shapes to shoot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Looking to play him in. He's in a great position here.
That was lovely, that.
He's got away. Nice control. Rivaldo. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. Ibrahimovic picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
What a game. What a show of character. It wasn't looking good at one stage. It was quite flat in the first 45 minutes. But that's how you turn things around. You get a purpose in your game and you go for it.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.